Who remembers this tweet from February? Michael Burry saying, sell. Mysterious one-word tweet full of fear. Definitely made all the headlines. Big short investor Michael Burry tweets a one-word stern warning to investors. If you're unfamiliar, Michael Burry, an investor who profited from the subprime mortgage crisis by shorting the 2007 mortgage bond market, making $100 million for himself. Not a bad play. When someone does something like that, people start to listen. They begin watching very closely what that person is doing, saying, thinking, their opinion, what they're going to do next. And that is the case with Michael Burry, very famous for that successful trade that he made in 2007 and $100 million, not too shabby. Now, a really valuable lesson, everybody. So let's just discuss this. And I want to make this quick. It's going to be a quick video. Please hit that subscribe, hit that like button for me, and let's just do it. Because this was the tweet back in February 2023. Sell. Well, he just tweeted again today, and this is what he's saying. He's saying, I was wrong to sell. The first question we should explore and just identify is the very fact that somebody that made $100 million because he was very right back in 2007 does not mean he's always going to be right. And that is the case for every analyst. That is the case for every, person in any type of leadership. That is the case for everybody in the world. Nobody knows what's going to happen next. And certainly nobody is 100% right 100% of the time. I was very surprised to see that he just randomly just tweeted, I was wrong to say sell. But we start getting some clues into what maybe he's thinking in terms of being wrong. He also tweeted this like 2 hours ago. It's a chart. Bargain hunting is alive. And this is kind of interesting data, even outside of Michael Burry and what he's tweeting. 2023 is shaping up to be the second best year for the dip buying strategy. This is the dip buying strategy. This is the buy the fear strategy. When things become oversold, there's opportunity. When there's high fear, there's opportunity. Now, the question is, how is this going to play out in the longer term? Time will tell, but you can see S&P 500's average return following down days by year, and really 2023 shaping up to really be a big buy the dip year. Now, if we go and we just plot something real quick to kind of try and bring this picture together and evaluate, well, how wrong was he? And he might be saying from his own personal opinion because he has new data and his opinion is changing, his strategy is changing. Maybe he's just saying this based off that alone. Maybe he's saying it because he literally morally feels like he probably shouldn't have done that, right? He made all the headlines. People literally made decisions probably based off of that one tweet, right? But if we go and we look at the chart, and this is S&P 500, and you can just see when he tweeted that, we're zoomed in now on a daily. It's pretty short term. He tweeted this on February 1st. You can see S&P 500 actually did fall, but that's a very short term chart. I think most people within context of his sell tweet were looking at this of, hey, this is a macro minded person. He's saying sell because things are going to get really bad, the downside from a macro perspective, meaning something more like that, right? So that did not happen, at least yet. Bitcoin, same type of deal. Bitcoin's actually up 17% since he tweeted the tweet on February 1st. So up 17%. Short term, there was a dip, sure, 15% to the downside, but longer term, still up 17%. But that's just the thing. This is a long-term game, at least for the data that I track, at least for how I cover things on my YouTube channel. I'm always saying zoom out. So even within context of his original tweet being a zoomed out perspective to say sell, and now he's saying I was wrong to say sell, I think the best chart to go to to act as a roadmap through the mess of data that's being thrown at everybody, that's confusing everybody, including Michael Burry, is this chart. It's the Bitcoin roadmap chart. And this is the long-term growth of Bitcoin. And this chart alone, even actually, besides the consistencies of it, even through so many different wild news events over the years, and even most recently, everything happening with the banks falling, all of the crypto drama that happened in this bear market, Bitcoin on pace. So all of these things in context to say, yeah, 2023 actually might be shaping up to be a bargain year, right? Based off of even what he just tweeted, which is it's this chart saying it's shaping up to be the second best year for the dip buying strategy. It really could be shaping up to be this just one of the best opportunities in years and years for bargain hunters, right? So if this chart holds, zooming out is the best strategy. And that means not listening to YouTubers. That means not listening to Michael Burry's of the world, analysts, Jim Cramer, people on TV. It means just not listening to anybody. And it means just look at the data. What does the data say? And then from that point, cancel out the noise. You have opinions from people. You have opinions and data from people like me, but cancel it all out and just sit back, look at the data, look at the charts, and figure out your own approach. That's all we can do. And this is, I'm really talking to myself here. This is what I do. I cancel out all of the noise and I just sit back and I'm like, you know what? Where am I in my own life? Like, what's my approach that's going to work for me? I know I understand downside. I understand upside. I understand that nobody knows what's going to happen next. But what am I comfortable with right now? What does my risk tolerance look like right now? And that answer is 100% different for everybody. But the one thing everybody does have in common, nobody knows what is going to happen next. And I think that's the biggest lesson that we can get from this tweet today. I was wrong to say sell. Nobody knows what's going to happen next. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, everybody. I appreciate you watching. Hit that subscribe and like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.